Hi, my name is Michelle Edwards and I'm the instructional coach at Paul Revere Primary School. Today we're going to review how a Google form and a Google slide can be used during the independent writing process of Writer's Workshop. We know when our remote learning journey started a few weeks back, we had the decision to decide if we were going to write a writing unit, work on journaling, or reader's response. This first video is going to discuss the writing unit and how you can use a Google form and Google Slides. The writing unit that we're going to discuss is a nonfiction writing unit where students are creating a book or a Google slide. We are going to go through how in rehearsing, drafting, and revising, a different tech tool could be used to help us with this process. For the first part of independent writing, the rehearsal and pre-writing, this is when we can help students process the structure of their writing. To do this, we can videotape ourselves and a Screencastify explaining the procedures and the structure for the writing, or host a Google Meet with the same structure and process discussed. Once we have an idea of the student's structure of the writing, it's time to find out what they're going to want to write about. So you could easily send out a Google form, like the form here, for students to select what animal they'd like to write and learn about. So students would just jot down their name, select what animal they're going to learn and write about, and then lastly, write why they picked the animal. This would set the stage for our drafting. This would allow us to know what students are going to write about and why. Then as we move into our drafting, we could switch now to a Google slide. A Google slide is a great tool to use for independent writing. In this particular unit, slides were created for each animal. The same template was used and just the slide image for the different animals, and obviously the name of the animal was switched, but the students were all provided the same template so the teacher was able to work through each student and help them, but keeping them on the same page and keeping the same structure of the unit. As we look at the panda here, you can see that the structure is the same for all the animals that students were able to choose. Our first slide here is the table of contents. So just as they were writing in the classroom a booklet, this is setting up the structure the same. So they would first have their cover with their animal and their name. Then the table of contents would go through all the information they're learning from GoPebble about their animal. And then each slide allows students to write what they've learned about the animal. So this is setting up a nonfiction book for the students in the same way they would do on paper and pencil. Even though we're working remotely, this is definitely a tool that can be used when we're back in the classroom in the fall. So now that the drafting is taking place, it's time to start revising and editing. As the students are working on their template, they can also have time to look back and revise and edit. This would also allow you some time to look at their work and leave some comments in the comment section that's provided in Google Slides. Students could look at your comments and maybe suggestions and revise and edit as they're working on completing the rest of their book. As we just reviewed the independent writing parts, the rehearsing, drafting, revising, and tools that can be used throughout the process. Again, this was more focused on a primary writing nonfiction unit, but as you can see, a slide template similar could be created for any grade level on any subject. This allows you, the teacher, to guide students through their work and have all the students using the same structure so you can monitor and make sure they're learning the proper skills that you want to teach during this unit. Our next video is going to be about how you can use Google Slides and Google Forms for journaling and reader's response. Thank you. Have a great day.